The world's only airworthy B-29 Superfortress is making a visit to Oshkosh this summer. The Boeing bomber will appear at the Experimental Aircraft Association's annual AirVenture convention. Tonight we take a closer look at the historic plane and why you might want to check it out. The B-29 Superfortress is perhaps best known for dropping the first atomic bomb on Japan in 1945.
A short time ago, an American airplane dropped one bomb on Hiroshima.
The military plane, nicknamed the Enola Gay, caused extensive damage with the bomb, codenamed Little Boy. 3 days later, another atomic bomb, similar to this one at the EAA AirVenture Museum in Oshkosh and known as the Fat Man, was dropped by a Superfortress on Nagasaki.
As a result of those two missions, the Japanese emperor decided it was time to surrender and spare, all nations further bloodshed in the conflict.
Bill Fisher with the EAA Warbirds of America says the U.S. began developing the large high-tech bomber in the early 1940s. The aircraft was the first plane of its kind to incorporate a pressurized cabin like the ones in today's airliners.
It also used a high-tech gun sight system where the B-29 had 12 machine guns and a cannon on board, and they were controlled electronically by remote control.
During World War II, Green Bay native Richard Vanden Heuvel operated those guns. The veteran airman, who now lives in Denver, was a tail gunner on a B-29.
It was very good. I enjoyed it. I was back there in the tail all by myself, but it was just an honor to be on that plane.
Vanden Heuvel flew 13 missions on the B-29. This one, captured on film, is one he says he'll never forget. Vanden Heuvel's plane came under attack by enemy fire.
We had 6 foot off, our right wing was shot off. Part of our tail section was shot off. The bomb bay doors were shot open. 2 of the engines were out. The other one was sputtering. The pilot said, prepare to abandon.
Before the plane exploded, Vanden Heuvel and 11 others parachuted into the water and were later rescued by a crew aboard an American submarine.
There I am. That's me.
The tough times and many sacrifices veterans like Vanden Heuvel endured aboard military aircraft are not forgotten thanks to the Commemorative Air Force based in Texas.
We fly these airplanes and show people the history behind them in an effort for people to understand and be educated as to what it took for the freedoms we enjoy today.
The organization owns this B-29, FIFI. The aircraft was used for weapons tests in the 1960s. The Commemorative Air Force found the plane in 1971, restored it, and it was ready to fly again that same year. FIFI is the only Superfortress able to take to the skies today, and this summer will appear at EAA AirVenture in Oshkosh.
What people learn is, how difficult it was for these men to fly in these airplanes. They were flying at high altitudes under a barrage of flak and fighters that were attacking them, and many men died flying in this airplane. And it's important for people to take a look at these airplanes and recognize how difficult it was and the sacrifices the men and women made.
AirVenture will be held July 25th through the 31st. The B-29 will fly during the afternoon air show Friday, July 29th as part of a day-long veterans salute. It last appeared at AirVenture in 1995.